More severe weather is on the way, bringing the potential for damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes. We'll be talking about what you need to know about these severe weather potentials, so let's get right into the video. It is Monday, May 11th, 2026, and we have potential for some severe weather today in parts of the southeast, where we have a marginal risk that has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center. The first one is over here from parts of Florida all the way up into parts of North Carolina, where we will have potential for some storms to develop, having a chance to potentially produce an isolated tornado or two, mainly within this 2% tornado risk right here. Also has a chance for some damaging winds and some hail. So definitely, if you're out here, strap down unscathed objects so they don't fly away. Park your car in a garage so that doesn't get damaged by hail. And definitely be making sure you're having a way to get alerts. Also out here near New Orleans, we have potential for severe weather as well. And we do have some other stuff to talk about, but here's the future radar for today. We're going to have some storms to develop out here today and potentially produce a chance for damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes. You can see down here New Orleans. You can see we might have some storms pop up out there, especially around at 7 p.m. Eastern, I think is probably going to be the peak of the event. Then we're also going to have some of these storms up here with that marginal risk. So definitely be staying weather aware today if you're out here in these areas. Now, as we get into Tuesday, tomorrow on Tuesday, May 12th, we will have another severe weather potential all the way from eastern Kansas all the way into southeastern Wisconsin. For Tuesday, you can see that there's a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk as of right now. It does include Chicago, Illinois, and Springfield, Illinois. And we do have potential for some supercells to develop on Tuesday or on tomorrow, with the chance to mainly produce some hail and damaging winds, but we cannot rule out an isolated tornado or two with a 2% tornado risk outlined in southeastern Kansas. Damaging winds will also be a concern, as well as some potentials for some hail. So just be aware for that. Tuesday is not going to be that crazy, though, either. And then as we get into Wednesday, there's going to be a potential for a line of storms, and that will kind of push into parts of West Virginia, southwestern Pennsylvania, southeastern Ohio, and parts of northwestern Virginia, mainly producing the chance for some damaging winds and some hail. I wouldn't rule out maybe an isolated tornado threat. And then here's the whole storm system that could be causing the severe weather from Tuesday into Wednesday here. If we push the future radar up, you can see for Tuesday, we're going to have some storms potentially develop out here, potentially producing chance for damaging winds and hail. As we get into Wednesday, the line of storms will continue to move east into these areas, and it kind of just be more of a line of storms and turn into another severe weather threat, mainly over there for West Virginia. And then for Saturday, you can see that we actually do have a 15% any severe risk probability, as this is going to be we're going to go into more of an active weather pattern. And I would expect maybe potentially some more of these probabilities, but you can see we have a 15% any severe risk probability out for western Oklahoma, parts of southern Kansas, and northern Texas. This is for Saturday. So for Saturday, we could be seeing severe weather out in these areas. So definitely be prepared for that, as we're going to have a storm system move through, potentially producing a chance for tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail. So this is definitely something to be watching very closely. As we get into mid to late May, I think we could be seeing a way more active severe weather pattern. Checking out the wind, you can see here that this is going to be the system that we're having come through. This is going to cause that severe weather towards the southeast, as you can see there. And then pushing this up, you can see this is the storm system that will come out of Canada here. That's going to bring the Midwest severe weather potential within those areas. And then pushing this up some more. As we get into Saturday, we're going to have some storm systems come in, and that's going to lead to another severe weather potential in parts of the plains. We're just going to continue to have these troughs come out here and then cause more severe weather potentials. So you can just really see all those troughs that come out of the Pacific. And then going over to here, you can see this precipitation type. You can see that that's going to be the storm system that we're going to get on Tuesday and Wednesday out here. That's the storm system that we're going to get on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's kind of just going to push through and move up into parts of the northeast. Then we're going to have some storms that slam the Pacific Northwest, bringing some snow and rain, as you can see there. Then pushing this up some more, you can see that we're going to have a severe weather potentially another one for the 15th of May. You can see that we might have another severe weather potential on Friday, May 15th. So that's also something to be watching. Mainly over there towards the Midwest is where we could be seeing severe weather on Friday, May 15th. And then May 16th on Saturday is where we could be seeing the severe weather out there in parts of western Oklahoma and parts of Texas, as you can see here. So definitely watching Friday as well. I'm watching Friday and Saturday very closely. And then maybe a severe weather potential up here in parts of Iowa areas, potentially on Sunday, May 17th. So that's also something to be watching. And then as we get into Monday, May 18th, we could be seeing another severe weather potential out there towards the plains in the Midwest. You can see all these systems that will potentially come through, causing chances for some pretty significant severe weather potentially. And then sometimes that cap could hold some of these storms, though, and we sometimes might see some busts with some of these setups, but we're definitely going to enter into more of an active weather pattern. And if we switch over to CAPE, this stands for Convective Available Potential Energy. Just think of it as storm fuel. You can see that if we push it all the way up to Saturday, May 16th, where we got that any severe risk probability, you can see that we're going to have some storm fuel out there, which is just fuels the storms, as you can see right there. And then you can see all the storm fuel that we're going to get out there, and definitely giving us a decent setup for severe weather. Potentially, I think that we could be seeing potential for moderate risks, enhanced to moderate risks, as we enter this hyperactive severe weather pattern, because we're going to have all this storm fuel come up there into those areas, as you can see right here. Just to give you a look of where all that severe weather is mainly going to be placed, especially over there in the plains is where we're watching the closest probably for the severe weather, mid to late May. Definitely still watching the Great Lakes region, Ohio Valley, Midwest though. And then pushing up the dew point here, you can see as we get into Saturday, May 16th, that's when we're going to have that any severe risk probability. You can see we're going to have a decent amount of moisture out there come through. And with these severe weather setups, you need some moisture with those storms. You need moisture with those severe weather setups. And you can see all that moisture that's going to get pushed up into the United States from the Gulf. All that Gulf moisture is being pumped into the United States, leading to that severe weather potential over towards the plains in some of those areas, and with those dry line setups and everything like that. And I do want to talk about some of the temperatures that we could be seeing here over the next few weeks. As you can see, that we are having a more warmer pattern come through. As you can see, we have some of this more cold air though sitting towards the eastern half of the United States. But you can see we might even have another cold blast try to come through on May 14th, right there on May 14th, potentially on Thursday, towards the east. But watch this, we're going to have this warm air come into the United States, and it's going to start warming up, especially in the eastern half of the United States, which has been dealing with some pretty cool temperatures, which you can see this is just classic spring type of stuff right here. It's going to be cold, warm, but you can see we're going to be seeing some warmer air try to make its way into the United States, as you can see right here. With the Climate Prediction Center actually issuing a big chunk of the United States, like most of the United States could be dealing with above normal temperatures, as you can see right here. There's a whole 70% chance of above normal temperature out here towards the Ohio Valley. I think this area right here will probably be seeing the most above normal temperatures with the 6 to 10 day Climate Prediction Center outlook. Then I know we got a viewer from Alaska here that tuned into my live stream last night, where we do have some potential for below normal temperatures down there towards Anchorage down to Sitka, Alaska. And then we have potential for above normal temperatures out here in parts of western Alaska. And then for Fairbanks and these locations out here, 36% chance of near normal temperature. Then for Hawaii, we are expecting above normal temperatures with 70% chance above normal temperatures and 60%. And with this warmer weather that's going to be coming in, it's going to lead to some nice weather today with some pretty nice temperatures out there if you live in the Midwest and into parts of the Ohio Valley, even in parts of the plains. So we're just going to have some pretty nice weather out here for a while, and then even as we get into tomorrow on Tuesday in the Ohio Valley, it's going to be pretty nice. We do have potential for some fire weather for today out here in parts of western North Dakota and northeastern Montana. So where we got critical fire weather risk, and then elevated going from Grand Island, Nebraska up into parts of eastern Montana. So definitely be aware for fire weather today out here. Then it will transition into eastern South Dakota, parts of eastern North Dakota, northwestern Iowa, southwestern Minnesota, northeastern Nebraska as we get into tomorrow on Tuesday. And that's pretty much all I got for you in today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay weather aware. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next weather update video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.